Hello everybody and welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, and I've got a nice new little hopefully Man United menu that is going to be on here. Most of the stuff I get is from a website called EvoWeb, and yeah, what else was I going to say? If you're wondering whereabouts I get my kits and stuff and option files, it's all from PES Universe. Very good, go check them out. They have lots of good things. If you become a gold member, you get all their updates straight away. I actually blend in very well with the background here being red, so it should all be Man United players. Now I've come into this a little bit early because I wanted to show you this new background, and it is, look, it gets rid of the Provo ones and puts in all the Man United players, De Gea, Pogba, Martial and Dan James, which is very nice to see. But let's crack on with the Master League. We will just load it up. If you are enjoying the Master League and happy to have it back on the channel, why not leave a like and subscribe? Leave me a comment and let me know what you're enjoying and what you're not. And you can leave a dislike if you don't like the Master League. That's fine as well. That's not a problem. But I would like you to say, you know, if you are not enjoying it, why not? Would you prefer me to do it with a proper club, as it were, with full squads and everything like that? Maybe with a Man United save. That, I know that's what I originally was planning, so I am happy if you guys want to see that. But I'd like you to give the Wigan one a chance, try and get into the players and enjoying the save and things like that. And let's see how we get on. But today we have high-flying Brentford, who also won their first game in charge, so we'll have to see how that goes. I did need to turn down the desktop audio ever so slightly because I got caught of a copyright strike, not copyright strike, but demonetization, as Cristiano Ronaldo wins the European Best Player Award, and Lionel Messi in UEFA Champions League Group of Death. Okay, there you go. We wouldn't know, we're not in the Champions League because we're Roberto Carlos in charge of Wigan Athletic, which is an interesting turn up for the books. We've got an offer for someone. Vroni is there. You've got to pay his minimum fee release clause, which they have, so we'll accept it, and he'll be off ski. There we go. So we get a little bit more salary budget, and we are still in the transfer window, so maybe we go and have a little look. I mean, we've got 5 million, so I think that's quite a lot. Let's go and look at the transfer list. Saka from Arsenal would be rather tasty, but we'll go overall rating. I mean, Harry Kane is Are you joking me? Harry Kane is transfer listed. That is absolutely redonkulous. I mean, can't sign Milkman Savage because I can't say his name, and we're Wigan, but. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit more somewhere. What sort of salaries are we on here? So, who's this guy? 4,000. I wonder if we could. I mean, he's going to be miles better than any goalkeeper we have, and he has low punt and long throw. That's actually very useful. How much does he work? I mean, his transfer fee is like literally nothing. Paying the full amount of his release clause means we won't have to negotiate the price. Okay, so I'm going to assume that 573. Okay. You can have a release fee of over $1 million, but oh no, we've got to get your wage down, haven't we? Actually, 3,600 would be all of our wages. We'll be given a more significant role. I wonder if we can just put the release fee up to over $1 million and then give him a little bit of bonuses. You know, if you keep clean sheets, mate, then you can have $1,000. Okay, what about? It's just that's 776. It is profit, but I think we can then get rid of all of these. I'm wondering then, can we? In fact, it's just the release fee, isn't it? That's the only thing he's really worried about. Let's give him a 3-year contract. Club is not impressed. Okay, yeah, we'll pay his release fee then. Yeah, I mean, that's totally fun. I think that would be a good move, bringing in him as a goalkeeper. And the only thing I didn't check was his height. 192. He's a giant as well. Okay, that's I'm if we can get him in, that'd be absolutely amazing for Monaco. The one thing I have thought of as well. So we actually found him by going into salary, wasn't it? I think. Which one was salary? Yeah, yeah. So he was 450. So if we can find someone, I mean, he was ridiculously cheap for salary. Look at, he's surrounded by like 20,000s and stuff. Anyway, we will get into the game in just a sec. I just want to see if there's any other bargains to be had, really. Doesn't look like it. I think let's just do a quick search by weekly salary. Let's go 0 to what? 1,000? 199? Let's just, oh, pants. Let's 199. I mean, there's a few people on there, but what sort of ratings do they have? 8. I'm sorry, game. What? Oh, because I've put 1. No, idiot, Dave. No, that is... Oh, because it's... Yeah, okay, so we actually want, like... Here, isn't it? Like 2. Yes, that's me. That's me being a moron. 0, 0, 0, 0, 2. No, that's 1. No, that's still 1. 2. There we go. Okay, there is no one with a 2 grand wage, so let's up it to 4. No one with a 4 grand wage. Let's up it to 6, just to see if there's anyone on there. No. Well, see, this can't be right because he had a wage that was under that. I'm not sold on that game. Yeah, not sold on that. Let's go sort by... Oh, you can't sort on wage. Market value in ascending order. Now, is there anybody that has a high rating with a low market value? Probably not. Is that really is... What's... There must be a way of seeing their... Okay, you can't see their wage on there, which I guess makes sense. I mean, like 15,000. Chuckweezy, he's very good in real life, actually, very highly rated. 12,000, but 9,000. Tayeb is an attacking midfielder. He looks pretty decent. Don't need an attacking midfielder though. Don't need a striker. Isobe always. I think I bought him last season. Last year, 16 years old. Isobe. He's always very, very good and has a very high... I mean, he could be... 10 million! Oh my word. Can we get Isobe on loan? I mean, 7,000 there. Azani. 9,000 again. Ooh, a right wing forward. Worth 9 million. Very, very rapid. Could be a good option. No, they're not really wanting to sell, but I think he's not in pro, so we need to propose some more attractive options. Okay, so what we'll actually have to do is lower that. No, I'll tell you what, let's go into the game. We've made a bid for the other guy whose name absolutely escapes me at the moment, who we've just bid for. But so let's go. The messages will be probably for Vrani. Yeah, winning the best Europe. I bet his value just went up, Cristiano Ronaldo. So Vrani's going to be out, but we are going to be bringing in another player by the looks of things. So forward the time, onwards we go, and hopefully upwards. But who knows? Hopefully you're enjoying the series. If you are, if I've put the desktop audio now too low, let me know, because I don't know how much music you're going to hear at all. But if we go into messages, players departure, confirm that as agreed, Vrani is no longer at the club. He joins Charlton Athletic. So, you know, fair play to him. I don't think he was in our starting 11 anyway. No, because we're starting Rice, aren't we, who got the goal. Our fortuitous goal in the last episode, which if you haven't seen, go and check it out. Douglas Baggio's on the bench. Nicholas is 100% going to come in there, which means we can put Melikov on the bench. And actually we can, I think I've tried to sell Mayer already. We've got a lot of centre forwards. I know we're trying to sell Jarvis. I might try and use Jarvis in some sort of transfer or trade. So let's have a little look. I mean, he's a 64, so it's going to have to be someone of quite a similar overall rating. So let's look for, you know, maximum of 75 on the transfer list and see who's. I mean, Ryan Sessegnon is transfer listed. That is absolutely mental. Tayeb is a guy we could go for. We saw him before. I mean, Sobe. What's Sobe rated at? 71. They probably won't want Jarvis. No, not really. Ozani isn't too bad. Terraverst, I've heard of him. That's why the name took me by surprise. I mean, Hlozek is the guy I was looking at as well, wasn't it? So start transfer negotiations. Let's have a look. Players to be traded. Are you interested in anyone? Apparently, or is that the player is interested to move to them? Or I don't know. But that still means they want 8 million. So let's go lower that. He's not impressed with our offer. Okay, we're not going to get him. He's obviously very highly rated. Bidstrup in midfield, 69. Chowdhury would be good from Leicester, but we're not going to be able to get him. I don't need a striker. Thomas Tavares, 18-year-old right back, amazing hair. At 69, his value's huge though. It's Semi De Jong's in there as well. Darami up front. Aite could be a useful option. Ignatov, Reese. Willock. Joe Willock. I mean, but they're not going to want Jarvis at all, are they? This is the issue now, is that we've got to make these deals thinking about who they want as well. Because I want to offer a trade. I mean, Obligón purely because it's an attacking midfield option and we're better than anything else we have. And I've been more than happy. Again, he's worth 5.95 million. And Jarvis is worth 325k. That's what I'm trying to exchange. They're not going to go for that. I mean, I could go for someone like Gios, who's not starting for us at the moment. It's tough. He's very quick, though, isn't he? Acceleration 80. Finishing 71 isn't the best. Wagamatuka isn't much quicker, not as quite as good acceleration. I think maybe we get rid of Gios for that 2 million. I mean, it's still a lot of money. So let's go value. You can see, look at how high these values are. I'm just wondering. Okay, so obviously got like people on a free as well. Hang on, is he on a free? It says 0. Too low. Not impressed. Welcome to 3,960. Players to be traded. I'm going to try this now. Jarvis. So I can try and get... No, okay, that's not going to work. Because he looked very good. Let's chuck in... Guys, yeah, see, that brings the... I'm going to try that because that guy looked tasty. He really did look tasty. I know it's a right midfielder, but we could put him at right wing or right back, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, I'm doing this again where I take ages before we actually get into the game, so it's probably going to be quite a long episode. So in we go then to the match. Let's see how everybody's feeling about this game. New goalkeeper in goal in Nicholas, who is sort of up for it as well, which is good. Vasilj, Eriksson, Hatic, all up for it. CF, Rice, Castledine, Arcas, Wagamituka, Pallister. So we can basically go with the same team again, but we'll start Sodic over Gioza, who's actually a preferred right back. You learn something new every day. Right, we need to sort out the bench. We don't need 2 centre backs on the bench. Let's get Mihailov on there. We'll get Douglas Baggio on there as well. We don't need both of them, but Gioza's down, so I think that will do us. Everyone's fitness is doing okay. Let's get into the game. And we'll get this kicking off straight away. Something I'm very, very excited about. Second game of the season. We've beaten Cardiff 1-0 with a bit of a fortuitous goal from Rice, where the goalkeeper spilt it and then we put it in. And today is Brentford, who also got a win on their first game of the season. And I have a drink with me again, so not Sprite today, it's just water today. But here we are at Griffin Park, which I'm pretty sure doesn't look like that in real life. But the players come out of the tunnel. We're in our home kit again, as they are. Even though we're playing away, we're in our home kit. The steward's absolutely loving life there, probably just above my head now. And there is Nicholas, number 88, making his debut, going to be part of the main camera. Roberto Carlos, excited to bring him in to the team. And he's doing the front crawl. But you're not in water, mate. You're not going to go very far. There are the Brentford fans bringing their support. And the Wigan fans as well. Travelling a long way from Brentford to Wigan. London to the north. Or the north down to London. And this is the Brentford team. So Daniels in goal. Jean-Vier, Pinnock and Janssen in the back three. Benarama, Mokosho, Jensen and Watkins in a midfield four. And then Sims, Karelis and Mbemo up front for them. Wigan look like this under Roberto Carlos' second game in charge. Nicholas in goal on loan from Udinese, the new signing. Seferer, Eriksson, Vasil and Soric come in as a back four, with Soric the only change from the last game. Hetic, Castledine and Rice in the middle. And then a front three of Arcus, Pallister and Owagemituka. So it should be a good game. Here we go, underway. And it's live as Brentford start in their 3-4-3 formation. Looking to try and dominate the midfield battle. But also have enough people up front to make something count and try and put a bit of pressure onto Roberto Carlos' team, as Cardiff are a bit lacklustre in their first game, and we see straight away Wigan trying to play the possession game and keep the ball and move it around, as they're going to have to be wary of Brentford's counter-attack with three men up front as it comes into Castledine, the attacking midfielder for Roberto Carlos' team. A lot of pressure on him to build and be the creative force, but it's given away. And here is the possible counter-attack. A full-on slide tackle takes him out. Surely that's going to be a foul, and is most likely a yellow card, I would imagine. And it is. The referee pulls the first yellow card of the game. And I think it's Viselj, the centre-back for Wigan, picks up an early yellow card with a very late challenger on Sims. Sort of a scissor tackle. Lucky to not get a red, maybe. Telling the ref he's got to pay attention. But in all honesty, I think Vasil was all over the place there, and a definite yellow card. Not much he can really argue about, as the ball goes forward long. It's one in the air. Sims will pick this one up as well. Brings it down well. Flicks it outside into Bendenarm. The ball goes in the middle. It beats everybody and just floats past the post quite safe. Nicholas not concerned on his first game, or his first shot at him in the club. Now he tries to just dink a nice ball forward towards Rice, who wins the header, who is obviously Wigan's top goal scorer with 1 after that first game against Cardiff. And Roberto Carlos was very happy in the press afterwards, saying, you know, it's working well, but there's a lot still to work on, and we've got to work hard to get it. As Wagman-Turo, a little bit of a heavy first touch, flicking that up in the air. It's won again by Rice. I think he's just possibly overhit that pass. It's kept in play by Sodic, and it goes out for a throw-in, and Sodic is down. Is he going to need treatment? No, he's back up pretty quickly, and the throw-in's taken quickly. Castledine lays it back. Arcus is on the edge, gets a shot off. It's hit the defender. It was a good block from the defender, and it goes behind for a corner. And Wigan again starting well, and they seem to be enjoying life under Roberto Carlos at the moment, as we see the shot in the replay just go past the post. And Vasilj is on corners. No, he's not. It's going to be Castledine, who was throwing in some good corners last time. There's obviously some more tactic stuff I've got to change, as the Wigan players just holding their shape, but just outside the 6-yard box. The ball comes in, finds the middle, and it's trying to get up for the header to keep it alive. It's actually come back to Arcas, who's trying to do some footwork but didn't get in front of his man. Soric then clips a ball into pretty much nobody. It was sort of an empty space clip, and it's won back by Pallister. But Brentford are looking to launch an attack. They go all the way back and look to recycle the ball. It goes out to the left-hand side towards Mbembo, who's on the ball now. Lays it infield looking for Karelis, and he's tackled well but holds on to the ball really well, showing good strength there, the striker. Out it goes to Bendenarm on the right hand side into Sims, who's pressured by Soric, but Bendenarm has now found himself in a lot of space as flying in with that challenge was Vasilj again. Already picked up 1 yellow card, and that could have been that. if he had made contact with the player there, but it's nicked by Heady, the captain. And here come Wigan Athletic now. He's got runners with him. He's actually accelerating away, showing good pace here, the captain for Wigan. Gets in towards the box, lays it off, and there's Wagamatuka, the new signing, the new striker, gets his first goal for Wigan, and Roberto Carlos will be delighted. A powerful run, and it's a very muted celebrations from Carlos there. Very powerful run from Heitinch in the middle, sorry. Laid off a lovely, just drew the defender in, a lovely through ball to Wagamatuka. Goalkeeper was all out of position, probably thinking Heitinch was going to shoot, and Wagamatuka gets his first goal for the Blues of Wigan. And it's a lovely controlled finish once he saw the goalkeeper was out of position. And he celebrates with joy, scores a wonderful goal. And that is 1-0 Wigan, and a much more legitimate goal, let's say, than they scored against Cardiff City. But they've got to keep their wits about them now, because Brentford are going to try and come at them with a lot of pressure, as Heitinch, who got a wonderful assist for that goal, into Castledine, out to Rice, who is now joint goal scorer, top goal scorer with Wagamatuka, as that's given away, and it's a poor touch. It's kept alive by the Brentford men, as Safer has to come out and track that ball down the line, but it's got him behind with Mbembo, and Mbembo tries to cross it, and there's a header, and it's gone past the post from Sims, and Nicholas is fuming at his new defence. Not happy with that marking. Very poor from Wigan at the back there. It's good ball down the line to release Mbembo, and he put that cross in, and Sims got in front of his man and probably should have hit the back of the net with a header from that distance. Surprising that he hasn't, and Nicholas doesn't take any chances with this goal kick. Goes long, looking for Wagamatuka, who's beaten in the air. And it's Jensen for Brentford, who pass it back. Brentford had a very good 4-2 win, so they are susceptible at the back. But they definitely do have a deadly touch going forward with the 4 goals they scored in their first game this season. And Sims is, I'm sure, a big part of that. But he's forced out of the ball there by Soric, who came in to replace the left back from the game against Cardiff. And it goes to Castledine. Castledine lays it in, and it's Heitinch again running through, looking for his second assist of the game. And it's a nonchalant flick from the centre-back there for Brentford as it comes forward, and a flying challenge from Rice is avoided. It comes in to Karelis. Karelis is just caught on the edge, and the referee has given a free kick. And Vasilij is there, and he's walking a tightrope. The referee is listening to his ear. He's just going to get a final warning, I think, Vasilij. Already on that yellow card, the Wigan number 3. And he's just going to have to play this a little bit careful, because it was quite clear he was going for the ball. Just a little stand on the foot. It was good feet from Karelis. And now a dangerous set piece here for Brentford. And it's in off the underside of the bar. What a free kick that is. An unbelievable strike from Jensen. And a superb free kick. Nicholas has no chance of that on his debut. And Jensen has fired Brentford an equaliser. It's a wonderful strike off the underside of the bar. As you see it here, he runs up to it, and I mean, goal line technology must have given that one in, because that looked mightily close. As you see here, he just gets it up and down over the wall, just focuses on him, and you see him running away. Pure joy in the celebration. And it's 1-1, and Wigan concede their first goal of the season, and Roberto Carlos will not be happy with the defending from Vasilij to give that free kick away once he's already on a yellow card as well. Just sort of left a foot dangling in there as Rice tries to play it into Castledine, and does get through. Castledine lays it off to Wagamatuka, who's already got 1 goal, looks to accelerate away, gets a shot off with his left foot. Think it was deflected, but I'm not too sure. It may just be a goal kick if he just got under the ball, but a good ball through to Castledine. Wigan can take a touch, try to accelerate away, got his shot off, and it did look like a massive deflection that spun it up in the air, and it is, and Vasilij is rather boldly coming up to take the corner, but it will be left-footed Castledine to take it, and he fires it in quite hard across the face of goal. Well defended there on the edge of his own box. Castledine gets it back, and what's he got in his locker to try and create a bit of space? He holds up the ball well, waiting for that overlap run, and he gets it. Is it going to be kept in place? It is. Soric keeps it in play. Feeds across in towards Wagamatuka. He's just beaten in the air, and it's kept alive. Castledine gets it onto his favoured left foot. Tries to bend one from range. Just past the post for the Wigan central midfielder, or attacking midfielder, Castledine. And unlucky there for Wigan. But again, they're building their authority, and Roberto Carlos has built this possession football base that he chatted about in his press conference, and it seems to be working. But as Brentford again looking for that diagonal ball into the corner, and it's Mbeumo who has the ball into the box. He's got runners coming from deep. It's fired into Corrales, whose shot is poor and it hits Nicholas, who then tries to get Wigan on the attack, looking for Arcas, who's beaten in the air, and Benrahma won't keep that one in, and it will be a throw-in. So Wigan, with 2 minutes to go in the first half, it's been a pretty solid performance all round. Well, that's a very poor throw, and Soric is lucky to get another attempt at it in the just over the halfway line, popping into Brentford's half. And here comes Hatic again, getting that really good assist, but this time he's caught on the ball, and that's a pass that's been overhit. And that's very, very poor from Brentford there. Had a chance to launch a good counter-attack, but really didn't get it away. And the passing has gone pretty sloppy, I think, as players are looking forward to a little break at half-time. Sims tries a first-time crossfield pass, but pitches out Mbemba really well, but his first touch lets him down. And I'm sure that'll be the game. Castleton goes long for the run of Wagmatuka, but it is 1-1 at the break. Jensen's a wonder free kick, cancelling out Wamhan Gituka's strike, which was a good setup after a powerful run by Hatic. But it's been a pretty even game. 3 shots for Brentford, 2 on target, 4 for Wigan, 2 on target for them. And let's see if there's any changes at half-time. No changes at half-time for Wigan or Brentford, so it gets underway at 1-1 yet again. And I'm sure Roberto Carlos would have been having stern words with Vasilj after giving away that free kick whilst being on a yellow, probably just telling him to calm down a little bit. And I'm sure he's had a stern word to say, don't come up and try and take corners anymore. You're definitely not doing it. As Pallister tries to put a ball through, it's read very well by Pinnock at the back for Brentford. And that's a high ball forward, which Hatic won, but I think there may have been a late challenge on the defender here, on Pinnock. He just sort of gets this away. Yeah, just a late arrival there from Wagmatuka to give away a free kick. And as there was no advantage, it will be brought back for the free kick to be taken by Daniels, who is in goal for Brentford, beaten with a bit of poor positioning, I think you can say, from the Brentford goalkeeper for the goal he conceded. But Wigan will be happy nonetheless that they've got that goal, and they will at some point need to be up their goal scoring game. One in each game so far. Obviously a bit of time left in this one, as that's a good touch out to Castledean coming forwards, but a very heavy touch, and it's going to put his team under pressure here as the ball goes through, and Vasilj has to come over and can't afford to give away another foul there. It goes out to Benrahma, who swings across in again, beats everyone. A man went down in the box appealing for a penalty, fuming that he hasn't got a penalty there, and we're not going to see a replay of it. Therefore I'd suggest there wasn't too much in it, but he was not happy in the box there. I think it was one of the centre midfielders who had run forward for Wigan, as fire a great ball forward into Wagmatuka. He's got runners just on side of him, but Pinnock again I think reads that very well at the back for Brentford, as it's 1-1, ticking down towards about 35 minutes to go in the game. That's a much better tackle from Vasilj, using his body well and not standing on anyone's foot, which will please Roberto Carlos, again giving away the free kick that Brentford got their equaliser from. As the ball goes forward, Pallister looking for Wagmatuka, but didn't quite get it through. And here is Jensen, the goal scorer for Brentford, out to Benrahma, who's getting a lot more space on the right hand side now. And it's a good turn from Sims, trying to get away from Soric, who's all over the back of him. Sims does well, and the referee plays a good advantage. It goes in there as well, and he comes across. He's turned, gets it back. Benrahma shoots. What a save from Nicholas. That is what Roberto Carlos would want from his new goalkeeper. An absolutely outstanding save from Nicholas there, and they played this really well. Brentford got it back in to Corrales up front. Good shot, and it was behind him as Nicholas gets a strong hand and pushes it away. And he's very, very happy with that, as you can imagine. Number 88 for Wigan in goal, making his debut. Conceded one, but not much he could do about that free kick as Brentford line up on the edge of the 6-yard box. It goes long. Vasilj with a good header. Comes out to Benrahma on the edge, and then he turns as a shot. Easy for Nicholas the Maze. It was Pinnock, the centre-back, that had the shot, and Nicholas was never really troubled, as Wigan looked to get the ball moving quite quickly as it goes up the line with the long ball along the floor to Pallister, who knocks it back to Rice. Rice infield to Hatic, who again loves to bomb forward from that holding midfield position, and Castledean has got some space here. Can he get it on his left foot? He does. It's blocked, and that will be the keeper's ball, as Waman Gituka was a bit late in that tackle on the goalkeeper. Nothing doing from the referee though, and it goes out right to Benrahma, up the line to Sims. Sims back to Benrahma, and Brentford are getting back more into this game. I said back into it. It's 1-1, but Brentford are playing well, with Benrahma getting on the ball a little bit more, and it's Sufert's been drawn out of position here, given a chance for Mbimu to get in. He crosses towards the back post, no one's there, so it's an easy defensive header. Heady flicks that on once more, and Castledine looks to ping this ball out to Pallister. Good ball, good touch as well from the right winger, and Wigan hold on to possession as Heady links it up to Castledine, into Rice. Looks to play it into Wagmatuka's feet. He puts a ball round the corner. It's missed, but I think there's an offside, and there against Arcas, and Brentford will look to take this free kick. After a bit of time, we'll have a quick check on fitness. It's Castledine who's actually looking a little bit tired, and well, there's not too many changes we can make. And Roberto Carlos is apparently, the rumours will have it in the gossip columns, in line for a new right midfielder, right winger, an Iranian player. Also looking at an attacking midfielder as well, looking for a boost in midfield. He has said they're short in options in certain positions in the squad, and there are obviously two that he thinks is vital. That's a lovely touch around the corner from Rice, but it's read well by the Brentford man. And then I think it's caught late, Heity. He is caught late. Referee gives a foul to Wigan. No card coming for the Brentford player though, which yeah, not too much. They Corkwell coming on as a sub and giving away a free kick straight away. Castledine with the most passes of the match, 15 complete from 17 attempted, which he'll be very happy with. And Roberto Carlos is a big fan of the attacking midfielder, but as we said earlier, looking for some new options to support the attacking midfielder, just to rotate it a bit. So when tiredness kicks in and the winter period in the Championship kicks off, he's got more options to allow him to have a chance at rotation and keep legs fresh, as it comes out to Sergio Canos, who looks like he's come on to replace the original right winger who was out there. And that's well played, well held up from, I think that was Heity there, as here is Rice, tries to put a ball in with the outside of his foot, but it wasn't very accurate, and Heity is asked to defend. Vasilj is a nicely sensible header back, as there is 5 minutes to go, and Roberto Carlos looks like he's freshening up his team a little bit. There are some subs warming up, as Castledine is going to come off to be replaced by Douglas Baggio, it looks like, in the middle. Wamatuka will come off for Mihailov, and Soric is going to be replaced by Kuhlfeld at left back. It looks like, if there's time to get them on. There is only 5 minutes left in this game, as Vasilj picks up, getting that early yellow card, but managed to keep his discipline all the way through this second half this far, as here comes Pallister, comes forward here, waiting for some options. Not much coming into him. Flicks in to Wamatuka, who just keeps the ball, lays that back sensibly, and a dangerous free kick given away here. The Brentford players getting a little bit impatient. A yellow card for Jensen, who scored the goal from a not too dissimilar position here, maybe a little bit closer to the box for Jensen, but it's just laid off, and there was no need to dive in like that from the central midfielder, and it's given a chance for Wigan to capitalise here. And standing over the ball is Douglas Baggio, who isn't known for his free kicks. Now it could be Arcas or it could be Vasilj. I think Vasilj is going to step up and take this one left-footed. It's a pretty small-looking Brentford wall. Can he get it up and down over it? He gets it up, he gets it down, but it's a good save from Daniels to keep it out. And it's a very good thing. Now, you'd like to think if Castledine hadn't have gone off, would he have been able to do slightly better with that opportunity, as it's back with the Brentford back three again. A bit of confusion at the back there. They're going to play themselves into trouble. And it actually fell to Arcas, who got a shot off. But it was nowhere near the goal. And we tick down into the final minute of normal time as it goes out to Mbembo here. And that's a great header there. And it's released a bit of fun. Mihailov is, wow, he's going to prefer high balls into the box rather than these. He's not got much pace to run in behind. And that showed there. Give Pinnock an easy chance to get back at him, as Arcas is going to go and put Jean-Vier under pressure. But there's the full-time whistle. It's a 1-1 draw. An entertaining game here at Brentford's stadium, which I can't... Griffin Park? Is that Brentford Stadium? I can't remember the name. 1-1 though. Wamatuka opens his Wigan account, and Jensen with a wonderful free kick off the underside of the bar, as we're using the official Umbro matchday ball for the Championship now, as Vasilj booked up that booking early on with a very, very bad tackle. Not happy with the referee when he got booked, but I don't think there was too many arguments. A number of shots from Wigan. I think the match stats will be pretty pretty equal in the game. Wigan had the better of it, you can say, in the second half. But maybe 1-1 is a fair result. But that is here. As we just look at Wamagatuka's goal, yet again, Heitich with this driving run forward, had options, laid it in, saw the goalkeeper out of shape and out of position. And it's a lovely finish from Wamagatuka, whose name is very hard to say. But a lovely goal. And it finishes 1-1 here. And yeah, the stats look pretty even. 5 shots to 6, both have 4 on target. 1 yellow card each, 3 tackles and 3 saves for Roberto Carlos' goalkeeper Nicholas on his debut. A very good performance. Let's go back to the studio and have a look at the other scores from around the Championship. So Brentford and Wigan playing out a 1-1 draw, as did Cardiff City and Derby County. Sheffield Wednesday with a 4-2 win over Charlton Athletic. Preston North End losing 1-0 at home to Hull. Millwall getting a spanking 4-1 to Stoke City at Millwall's ground, the Den. Fulham 0, Blackburn 0 as well at Fulham. Luton Town 2, Nottingham Forest 2, Reading 2, Middlesbrough 0, West Bromwich Albion 4, Birmingham City 2 in a West Midlands derby, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Leeds United 2, Barnsley 1, Swansea 1, and Huddersfield Town 0, Bristol City 0. And that's your results all around the Championship in the second round of fixtures this season. Leaves the table looking with Sheffield Wednesday top with 6 points of 6 from 6. West Bromwich Albion joined them up there as well, with Sheffield Wednesday leading by name. Bristol City, Brentford, Blackburn, Luton Town and Wigan all on 4 points, and then the teams below them in the danger zone early on, Millwall, Charlton and Middlesbrough. None of them have a point to their name. Millwall really struggling up against it with a -5 goal difference after 2 games. But Roberto Carlos will be very happy with that as we get to, well, a negotiation day and then the end of the transfer window, which we will see in the next episode, because this episode has been a long one and we're going on. So Sports SSY has declined our offer, being compared to a club at Monaco sure threw a spanner in the works. We'd have an easier time if a club was playing at a higher level. That's fair enough. Scout reports 7 new players, so we'll look at that in the next episode. We'll just make sure there's no other negotiations that have happened. Notice Sai has turned us down, which is fine, and Oakwood, I think we're still discussing with Oakwood. So we'll be back for another episode very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see more. If you've got any comments, ways that I can improve, or things you'd like me to change, please do let me know down below. But for this time, sorry for the longer episode. I hope you enjoyed it. For now, I'm out. Cheers.